Give it up for your MC, everybody. I got married in January. Thank you. I did. No, it's okay. It's okay. It was a few months before my wedding, and my fiance at the time, she woke up one morning and she said, "Oh man, I had a dream about you. I had a dream that it was the day before our wedding and you were murdered by a serial killer." That's what she said. And I said, you know, in the future, I would prefer if you would refer to those as nightmares. Just so we're clear, you know, where you stand on the whole issue of me being murdered by a serial killer the day before our wedding. Or at the very least, how about bad dream? How about throwing the word bad? Seems like it would be. I also turned 30 this year. That was the other exciting thing that happened. Thank you. It's not old, 30, but you definitely start to hear yourself say things that an old person would say. You know, like, oh, you know, I had an apple the other day that was just fantastic. Like, that's something only an old person would say. A young person might say, hey, this is a great apple. Like they might rave about an apple in the present. Once you start to wax nostalgic about fruit from the past, you should really just check yourself into a home. Sit around and reminisce about apples. That's what they do. There are signs that I'm getting old, right? Like when I was younger, I used to get very mad when my favorite bands would sell out and let their music be used in commercials. And now I mostly find out about new bands from commercials. That's how things have changed. Yeah. I'm like, who are these kids that sing Viva Viagra? They're great. I gotta get that out. Is that Phoenix? I've heard of them. I think that's Phoenix. Yeah. I went to the gym, just like once, but I went, and you know, I get on the elliptical machine and it asks you for your age, and you know, I used to put it on, 29, and then all of a sudden I had to go one day and be like, whoa, like I'm 30, that's crazy, like I'm in my 30s. So now, when I go, I just enter that I'm 39, right? Because I figure if I'm going to have to suffer the indignity of being in my 30s, I can at least lower the machine's expectations of what I can accomplish, you know? Go easy on me, I'm pushing 40 here. Level 1 the whole way. No hills. All right, buddy, that's how I talk to the machine. I've heard myself starting to make like corny old guy jokes too. Like that's the other thing I started doing. Like I'll be in a store trying on clothing with and I'll have my wife with me, and I'll come out of the dressing room, and the salesman goes, "What do you think?" And I'll go like, "I don't know. I gotta ask the boss." Like, whose uncle am I? And I think that's funny. It's so corny. And then the problem is, I think like in my mind, like I know, like I think that I'm doing like an ironic riff on like a corny old guy, you know? But like the people in the store, they don't know that. They just think you are the corny old guy. Like when you walk up to 3 little girls and go, "Are you for sale?" Like they don't like that. They drag you out of the store, you know? When you were going like, "I was making fun of my friend's dad. You didn't get it." Nobody says that. I don't like waking up early in the morning. That's a big problem for me. And I don't like it when other people wake up early in the morning and then they brag about it. Like a friend of mine recently, he was like, "Oh, I got up so early this morning. I got up at like 6:30 a.m. Yeah, I was so out of it. All I could do was just lie in bed for an hour and watch TV until I fell back to sleep." And I was like, "Yeah, you did not get up early." You slept restlessly. That's what we call that, you know. I don't know how far we're going to let people take that one, you know, like, oh, I got up so early this morning. I got up at like 3:30 a.m. Yeah, I was so out of it, all I could do was just pee and then take a 7-hour nap. That's how my day started. So, imagine how exhausted I feel for that. I work in an office now. There's a men's room and a ladies' room, and you need a key to get into each one, and they're next to each other. And I was exiting the men's room, and there was a lady, and she was struggling with the key to get into the ladies' room, and she turned to me and she said, do you know a trick to get this to work? And I said what I think is the correct answer, which is, no, I do not know a trick for breaking into the ladies' room. Pretty sure that's what you're supposed to say in that situation, and not be like, oh yeah, sure, oh yeah, do you have a credit card? I do this all the time. All right, you guys, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the show.